Welcome back to the catch up here on Cris Cyborg's YouTube channel. I am James Lynch. She is Cris Cyborg. Cris, how are you this afternoon?
I'm good. Just got back to train in Cobrinha and yeah, ready to go. Thank you.
And you've been busy, Cris. I mean, we say this every week. I saw you were in Vegas. You went to a few of the boxing events. Friday night, I saw you went to the Seniesa Estrada fight. How was that?
Oh, it was a great fight. She's had such an exciting fight. It was good. Went to 10 rounds. She's fighting one girl from Argentina. The girl was really good too. It was a great match. I'm a fan for the Super Bad, the girl. We've been training a little bit before, in the past. And she's an exciting fight. And they have the opportunity to meet Bob Arum. And he was 92 years old. It was very nice to meet him. He's watch his first fight in the event to the end. It was really cool how he's supporting the boxing world. Nice.
And I'm super jealous, Cris. You got to go to one of the best fights of all time. Errol Spence, Terence Crawford. How cool is it being in the building for that? Because I imagine that must have been really special.
It was really special for me because I fought my second boxing fight, same card, the Crawford, and they have the opportunity to meet him. And we have the both same breed, the Chico Lopez, so dogs. And then we talk a little bit, and it was very exciting fight. I was really thankful to be there. I learned a lot. It was an amazing fight. Crawford was a great defense, great attack. It was a Spence that I think is having a really hard time to the cutweight. And I've been cutweight a lot. I know sometimes if you recover well, especially in boxing, a lot of punches and a lot of runs, everything. And I think he's getting a little bit tired. And in the fight, but it was a great fight. I hope he'll then fight another division. But it was a great fight. Congratulations, Crawford. He showed he is the best in this generation. He's really good.
Yeah, it was really cool. And that wasn't the only combat sport we had on the weekend. UFC 291. Justin Gaethje knocking out Dustin Poirier with the head kick. And here's the craziest part, Cris. We had this a year ago, same location in Utah with Leon Edwards knocking out Kamaru Usman. Justin Gaethje does the exact same thing to Dustin Poirier. How surprised were you by that knockout? I'm sure you saw the replay.
Poirier is a southpaw. The really good when you fight somebody southpaw, the really danger is a right kick. So he did the right thing to do. Is really danger. And, the southpaw really have to watch. It's an amazing game plan. Congratulations, Gage. Good.
Very, very good fight there. And then we had Bellator and Rizin last week. Patricky Pitbull getting a win over Souza in the main event. What did you think of that fight? Again, we all love these cross-promotion cards with Rizin and Bellator.
No, Patrick did a great fight. He looked great. He did a lot of kicks and strong kicks. And even, the free stop because the other guy didn't move anymore. I hope in the future, they can have the opportunity to fight against AJ. Then the fight didn't happen this time. But congratulations to Patrick, and let's see what's next fight when it's gonna be.
Unfortunately, his brother Patricio taking a fight on short notice did not go his way. He got knocked out in this one. Unfortunate what happened because Patricio, I should say, is one of the top fighters in the world for a while. Just an unfortunate circumstance, but credit to his opponent for getting such a huge victory.
It's hard when you accept the fight. He's 4 days notice, and he's really fight one really good kickboxer. And 4 days, before you don't have a plan to study your opponent. But I know he's old school. Patrice is like anywhere, anytime. I'm gonna be ready to fight. I think Patrice is a legend. He's old school, so I believe this loss is just disappointed a little bit, but he's gonna come back strong. And I hope we have the rematch for a Bellator MMA belt.
Cris, we might as well make this a weekly question, but I have to ask, any update on your next fight? We're all anticipating when you'll be back in the cage next, or maybe the boxing ring.
So no signed contract yet. The commission actually show up and they test me and her same time as weeks ago.
Okay, that's progress, right? That's something.
It's really progress. So even though I don't have any contracts, I don't have any license fighting, I have the team, but I accepted to do because this is she's not gonna have any excuses to say this fight not gonna happen. But I know we're in negotiation for see what his venue is gonna be. Mm-hmm. And the day, everything, but I'm already been training for this camp, and she's gonna be the next.
Yeah, I'm excited to see hopefully some news here soon, but that's good. Again, we're making, baby steps here towards a potential fight. We're in fight week, another big boxing fight. We've got Jake Paul and Nate Diaz finally fighting. I feel like we had so much combat sports stuff last week that people aren't talking enough about this. Who's winning this fight, do you think, Chris? Who do you think gets it done?
I'm with Nate Diaz because
Okay.
he's came from MMA, so I'm gonna support him. I went to MMA doing boxing fights, so I'm gonna support him. I know. Nate, he's fight 155, so he's gonna go up to 185 to fight Jake Paul. And his first professional fight is gonna be 10 rounds. But but this is to show he's a real fighter, and I hope he's a win. I'm gonna be shouted for a win and doing great fight.
I am going to go the other way on this one. And actually, Nate has fought at 170 his last couple of fights, but still, that's still, however many 15 pounds or whatever is going to be the difference. Jake Paul's a big guy. Nate Diaz, as great of a technical boxer as he is, haven't really seen a lot of knockouts from him. And I think Jake might actually be able to cut him. Remember, that's how the Masvidal fight ended with the BMF title fight a couple of years ago with Masvidal and Nate Diaz. Nate got cut in that fight. I could see something similar happening here with Jake, because say what you want about Jake, about his boxing ability, and I know he's coming off a loss. The guy hits hard. We've seen him knock out a number of guys. I don't know if he'll knock out Diaz, but I could see maybe a doctor stoppage in that fight. So I'm going to go Jake Paul. So we'll have to discuss the results next week. And speaking of bets, we got to talk about our Blaze game of the week. The Arizona Diamondbacks playing a series against the San Francisco Giants. Who do you have winning the series, Chris?
So the Giants are in the second place, and the Diamonds are going to third place in the division. They're going to have 4 games. I believe they're going to be split 2-2.
Okay. So it's high. I'm going to go Arizona Diamondbacks. Chris, I don't know if you know this, but when I was a kid, my grandparents used to have a place in Arizona. So I went to a couple Diamondback games. So I got to back them in this situation. I'm going to go the Diamondbacks to get it done in the series. I think they'll win it. We got to do our Portuguese saying of the week. Good timing with all the fights going on. How do you say stop the fight? I would need to know this, Chris. If some Brazilian was beating me up and I was trying to tell the referee for them to stop it, how would I say stop the fight?
No, para a luta.
Para a luta.
Yes. Same like me. When I came to America fighting, I didn't know anything. I just know red corner, blue corner, and fight. So and they just fight, but they start to learn English, and after you're gonna be okay.
Before we get out of here, I know you're always doing stuff behind the scenes. We've got CrisCyborg.com. We've got the Q&As. We've got the instructional videos. You can sign up using Bitcoin for less than a cup of coffee. Lots of stuff going on there. And your OnlyFans, a lot of behind the scenes video blog content. What do you got coming up for people who might be wondering what you're up to outside of the cage?
We just put a new video at YouTube OnlyFans Comic Con now. When I went to San Diego, backstage, really cool. I have the opportunity to talk about the video game with Mike Tyson, and the Comic Con is really cool. You guys are going to love it. And yes, we always try to make nice, good things for the fans. And if you'd like to follow me, membership, go to CrisCyborg.com. We do live together. We have every Thursday, Techniques Thursday. So we want to be part of the team.